see you again someday. Why did it have to happen? Why did it end this way? You know I miss you every moment. Doesn't matter if it's night, doesn't matter if it's day. I can't stop the pain inside. This is a last goodbye.
President Trump has restored the idea of America.
Keep America great! Exclamation point.
The Dow Jones made history today, closing over 26,000 points for the first time.
This is a standout report.
He's going to bring all these jobs back. Well, how exactly are you going to do that? What magic wand do you have?
Hand me down the walking cane. Hand me down my hat. I'm going to bomb the shit out of them. The collusion delusion is over. You're fake news. Unbelievable. So dishonest.
Mr. President. Mr. President. Pardon me, ma'am. Mr. President. Mr. President, are you...
That's enough. Put down the mic. So much winning. Everything he does.
Every day is NASCAR.
Seems to come out right.
Donald Trump, keeper of promises.
And all it means is just keeping time. How in the world did he learn that? Oh, Lord. Oh, help get away. I am with you. I will fight for you. And I will win for you. America is winning again. You're helping November 3rd, 2020. Can you believe? It's right around the corner. So you ready? Let's go. Let me hear it. Make America great again. Thank you, Texas. Thank you. Goodbye, Hillary. Bye.
Oh, welcome back. Welcome back. We're going to have some technical difficulties today because I tried to change everything and everything went crazy on me. So trying to set it up a little bit better so I can get to things faster, and I made it slower. But we'll have it ready for Saturday for sure. But so you'll have to bear with us. Hey, Sandra, welcome back to Super Thursday.
Bill, how you doing?
It's Super Thursday, right?
It is Super Thursday.
Yes, Super Thursday.
Yes. It's a good day today.
Yes, it is. It is a good day. We have to keep our heads, though. Don't go crazy. Don't lose your mind. Stay calm. Stay rational.
You know, it's I got to tell you, I think Tuesday or Monday. I think it was Tuesday. I had Fox News Channel on. I don't usually have it on. Okay, I'm usually doing things, listening to podcasts and stuff like that. Well, I had Fox News on, and I was like, oh my gosh. You know, you could feel so tense, because I know better. I'm not going to freak out. I am prepared. I have family. You know, I have my kids and stuff. So I'm definitely going to be prepared. But if you really listen to what they're trying to do to you, oh my gosh, you could lose your mind. And I'm like, this is crazy. Just relax, everybody. Holy cannoli.
Well, there are some things, if you've been listening to the Daily Boogie, I do agree we should have probably moved faster, but in this country, if Trump had restricted travel almost immediately, like maybe he should have, imagine the media firestorm if he had done that. The guy can't win for losing anyway, so it wouldn't have made a difference what he did. But, you know, it is what it is. I mean, it's
Yeah.
being contained. I think some people are going a little overboard, but that's to be expected.
Right.
Bill Maher cheering and hoping the economy crashes is that guy's just a complete scumbag. Praying for people to get hurt so his guy can win. That's just sick.
It is sick. And I'll tell you, that's one thing that is happening is we're able to see how a lot of these people are sick. Like, are you kidding me? Why would you want anything to happen to people? I mean, come on. We're all human beings. What the heck is wrong with these people? It drives me crazy.
That's right.
You know,
What-
I
what-
can't
what-
even believe it.
What you got to do is get in between. You got to get in between the Hannity Ingram side, and you got to get in between the Bill Maher and the leftist media going crazy side. So you gotta land somewhere in the middle on this. And if you do, you're going to be fine.
Isn't that how we're supposed to be balanced? That's basically what you're saying.
Yes.
There has to be a balance, and we have to be open. You have to be open and honest about things, and be willing to accept that it may not be exactly what we think it should be, but it's all right. It's not the end of the world. Just have a balance. Holy cow! These people are freaking out.
Yes, they are.
It's a little entertaining. I have to be honest, Phil. I have to be honest. I do find it a little bit entertaining. Like, really,
Mm-hmm.
really, it just cracks me up.
You know what?
It cracks me up.
You know what the president's doing is trying to. This is short term. It's not going to be forever. It's not going to be the end of the world. Yes, we'll probably take a stock market hit for a while, but the smart investors will go out and buy. And when this thing subsides, everything will get chugging along again. But the people that are hoping for it to all fall apart and end so that Trump will lose it's just getting ludicrous. I like Hannity, I like Ingram, but they've got to chill out a little bit too. They're way too far on one side, and the left is way too far on the other side. So we got to get in the middle somewhere. Use common. We said this, I think Tuesday. Use common sense. Wash your hands. Somebody's, you got a fever, stay home. I mean, it's just common sense things that people don't do during the flu season. Now, I'm not trying to say it's exactly like the flu. I think that's irresponsible too. It's not, because if you're over 80, you're probably not going to make it. But
well, I got to say something. Not everybody is buying into it. Like yesterday when I went to rehab, the pulmonary people that come in, it was a good full house. They're not letting it, and we're going into a hospital, and they're still coming because they're not freaking out. So I got to say, in that instance, and I told them I was proud of them because, like, who am I? They're probably like, shut the heck up. I'm like the youngest person there, but it's just seeing them just come out and not be baited into the crazy. That was a little, that didn't make me feel comfortable.
right.
Like, okay, this is good. They're still coming out, because they're in more danger because they're pulmonary. They're breathing. They're still coming out and making it. And I'm like, that is awesome. So in that aspect, it is good. And everyone's being asked questions. My husband, he drives a truck. Every time, it seems like everywhere he's going to bring his load, he's got to answer the questions. Have you been in contact? Do you know anyone that's been sick? Have you been out of state? He's having to go through the whole thing too.
Here's what's
like
tough. There are still people sick with the flu right now. So that's causing a little bit more apprehension, because you start feeling sick and you think, oh, I got it, when it's really just the flu, or, hey, we're hitting warmer weather. We're going to start seeing the allergy season pop up. People, I have it right now. I have allergies. It's not the flu, but my nose is running.
Looking at you all crazy, right?
Yeah. I start coughing in the Aldi's today because I had to go get, fill my Jeep with toilet paper. So I went to Aldi's today to buy, 5 cartloads of toilet paper. I didn't need water. Screw that. I don't need water. I just need toilet paper. So
Like, what is?
I started
what?
coughing a little bit because my allergies are starting to kick in because of the warmer weather. And everybody looks at you like you got 4 heads. No, it's just allergies. Relax, people.
Yeah, because they're all scared.
Yeah.
You know, I seriously wonder, though, Phil. I mean, I don't really understand the toilet paper situation. It just, what it says to me is like, people are not awake yet. Like, they still are buying into what the boob tube is telling them. You know what I mean?
What's funny is they were just bringing some out because they ran out completely yesterday.
Oh, no.
Yeah, people are, it's gone insane. I had to buy the bigger pack, which I normally wouldn't buy, but I had to buy it because it's all they had out there.
Well, I'll say, you know, I do Costco, family of 5. We've got our pack, but I got my pack probably a week or 2 ago before it really got crazy. But it's just because it was time. It's not like I have 2 of them now. It's just time because, you know. But somebody said, Mary made the comment, do they have a special recipe for this toilet paper I don't know about?
Well, I could see some of the people in the chat today. We have Rusty. How you doing, Rusty? Iceman?
Rusty.
Don't forget to catch Rusty in his random scopes. He does random scoping, so I don't have an exact time for you, but he's got the world famous scope sound test. Check it out. 56N111W. I see RM Johns. Welcome aboard. Doc Martin is out there. I can't see anybody else, so if you see anybody, you can give them a shout out.
And Doc Martin is driving, so she better not drive like a wild woman and try to comment.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Thank you, everyone, for joining, for sure.
Just stay calm. Just stay calm, people. Please, just stay calm. Yeah. It's not the end of the world. I think most people in my area, we've only had 1 case in our entire county, which is a large county. And most people are just, whatever. You know.
Well, my kids' school sent out a letter, and they told us about them closing a school. Now, my Jenna works at the Tony's, the grocery store, and since that letter came out on Tuesday, she actually, her arms are so sore because they were always 20 people deep with everyone not just buying their normal, 1 pound of this, 1 pound of that. They're getting like 2 pounds of all this stuff so they can, free some, I guess. Her arms, she's off today, are so sore. She's like, I cannot believe how crazy these people, and they're acting crazy. See, I don't need to go in there, so I don't have to experience that, thankfully. But, she said everyone's acting nuts.
Yeah, exactly. I remember a couple years ago. This happened a couple years ago, too, with something else. I can't remember what it was. But
Ebola.
Was it? Because people were going crazy then, buying everything. And it turned out, it just, whatever, ran its course, and before you knew it, you never heard about it. So,
yeah, it's really crazy.
But there are some sick people out there hoping this turns into something really horrible, which is sad.
Very, very. Can you imagine, like, having that small of a life that you take the time to wish bad on anybody else?
Well, think about this.
I don't even.
Bernie Sanders and Biden, I believe, are saying they wouldn't close the border.
Well, of course. They're going to say whatever the opposite of what our president is saying.
Now, that's just the foolish. Just to prove that you're for illegal immigrants, you're going to say, I'm not going to close the border. And if people get sick, I guess is what it is, right? We'll just deal with it.
Yeah, how weird is that?
Yeah. They got to stick with it.
I'm telling you, it's really Crazy.
What's cool, though, is we're seeing the Bernie bros on Twitter, at least I am. They're they're getting really upset now. They're getting ticked off. And now Bernie's staying in, so I told you he would.
I'm actually surprised he stayed in, but then I
No,
saw
I
he got
knew he
that
would.
nice little. He got his ass beat by. Oh, sorry. He got his butt beat by someone. He's got like a black above his eye. I'm like, yeah, he's being told to obey. Little bitch.
He's staying in because of look at Joe Biden. He can't stop. He can't help himself now.
Oh.
He is just really messing up bad.
He's like, you want to go outside?
Yeah. Yeah,
He's an old guy.
You want to go?
Still got it.
You want to fight? You want to do push-ups? Come on, let's go. Hush.
Yeah.
This is, and Joe Biden, beside all of that ridiculousness that he does, he lied to the guy. He absolutely wants to take away guns. He's lying to people saying he's not going to do that. Because when the guy tried to debate him with facts, what Joe Biden do? You need 100 rounds. You need 100 rounds. I mean, he just runs to. He just runs to the insanity right away. And if you're picking Beto O'Rourke as your gun guy, remember he said he's your gun guy. He's going to take care of the gun problem. What did Beto say he was going to do? He said he was going to go.
Guns.
Yep. Go door to door, if necessary, to take them.
All right. Well, yesterday Biden did. He made a tweet. Once we get Donald Trump out of the White House, we have an enormous opportunity to build the future this nation deserves. A future where every American has access to affordable health care, where we end our gun violence epidemic, and where we tackle the climate crisis head on. So, of course, I responded. In other words, you're going to take our guns? And then I told him to F off, Joe. And actually, I have a Democrat friend that actually liked that, which I'm shocked because she gets very upset. But people, they're opening their eyes, I hope.
Yes. Well, what does he mean by all three of those tweets or all three of those statements? Number one, take away guns, right? He can say he's for the Second Amendment all he wants. He's lying. All right? You're going to pick Beto O'Rourke as your gun czar. That's over. You might as well kiss the Second Amendment goodbye because Beto O'Rourke was a nutcase. So you got that. The second one was what? Climate crisis, right? So kiss all of the oil and gas jobs goodbye because he's already said he's going to shut it all down. Flat out. Yeah. No more oil production, no more coal, no more anything. None of that. So if you're in Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, especially with natural gas, North Dakota, kiss it all goodbye because Biden wins, it's gone. He's already going to do it. These guys will lie through their teeth. He'll say in one breath to one crowd, oh, no, I'm not going to shut everything down. And then to the other crowd in California, he's going to say it's all gone. Right?
Yeah.
Just like Hillary did. I mean, she made no...
Exactly.
She didn't make it a secret, right? You got a cool job, learn the code. Right?
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. These people are saying it.
Yes.
They're saying it. They're telling you. And yet, it is like there's a trance over people.
Now he says affordable health care, that's Medicare for all. That was their end goal, no matter who they put up there as supposedly a centrist or a moderate, their end goal is Medicaid for all. If it wasn't, then why was Obamacare crap?
Yep.
Why was it garbage? They wrote it to be garbage in the first place so that they could get to single payer. They freely admitted it. This is a step to single payer. So if you think Biden is going to not cancel all of the union workers' insurance and put the insurance companies out of business like he said he would do, then you're a fool to vote for him. He is Bernie Sanders, only in a different wrapper.
Right. No matter what, And then you have the who's going to be his VP.
Mm-hmm.
That's my concern too. Is it Hillary or is it going to be Michelle? You know what I'm saying? We don't know. We don't know, and people are so silly.
Yeah, we were just talking about the Iceman. We were just talking about that argument with the auto plant. I think they were construction workers. I don't think they were actually. I think they were building a GM plant thanks to Donald Trump. Do you think if Hillary had won, those guys would have been standing there building a plant? More than likely not.
If Hillary had won, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. If Hillary won, I mean, who knows where we would be? In my opinion, she was just going to finish the job Obama started. He started the takedown of the United States and selling us off to China, and Hillary was going to come in and she's just going to finish the job. And my thing is like, how much power and money is enough? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
I don't get it. I
Well,
don't get it.
As we've gone through all of the candidates just about on every single state, and we're going to get back to that as we get closer to some more primaries. It's actually kind of nice if the primaries run through and we know who exactly the Republican candidate is. I think that'll be easier. So we're going to, a few more weeks, we'll start bringing up the names again and working through that. And hopefully we'll have a few candidates on with us. That's what we're shooting for. So hopefully we get there.
That'll be cool.
Yes. But everybody keep your heads and let's watch a walkaway video. How about that?
Sounds like a plan.
This one is my family are slowly starting to walk away. My family, wow, whole family's walking away.
Yeah, this will be good.
And you have to bear with me. Everything is all messed up, so I don't know where my mouse is or anything. Here it is.
Good morning, guys.
Hold
Justin
on.
Daniels here. Not a Russian bot. I want to.
Hold on, I got the wrong screen. See, I told you. Oh. Let's see.
Yeah, but I do like this.
There
that
it
looks
is.
pretty cool.
There it is. We'll start it over.
Good morning, guys. Justin Daniels here. Not a Russian bot. I want to say thank you guys for joining this movement. You guys clearly have common sense. We are many to the few who are trying to put us down. And I want to say I'm so proud of a lot of people coming to the right side, and not even the right side, just the common sense side. Know what you need to do and look up things. And a little bit of background. I'm a military brat. I come from St. Louis, Missouri. Now reside in a little town called Belfair in Washington State. A lot of people call it a redneck town. I'm okay with that. A majority, almost all of my family were hardcore Democrats and never, always talked down about Republicans and the right side. And, so I grew up doing that. It's not until I moved with my dad, being a military brat, where he taught me how to research and use common sense and go off facts and based off, what happened in the past and what could happen in the future. So I'm proud to say that I have a lot to thank my dad for. And with that knowledge I gained from him, I'm turning people on my side, our side of the family back in St. Louis, to be more open-minded and use facts instead of what they see on TV and CNN. They used to bash on Fox. I still get shit for voting for President Trump, our almighty Lord and Savior of America. He's producing results. And my grandmother, she's a business owner, and she has finally being showed the fruits of her labor after voting Democrat for so long. And my grandmother, who is a hardcore left liberal, is finally seeing the big picture here after sending her links, reading stuff to her. She didn't like the fact that, our left government was trying to take God out of the picture, and she's a very godly woman. So excited to be a part of this movement, because this movement is actually going to produce results, unlike, the left, who paid for kids to go out and destroy shit. We actually want to build stuff, build our communities up, put money back into our communities, not this ghost spending the left is doing, which is crazy, because today I learned that we, or I should say, our government up here in Seattle has built homes, affordable homes for the homeless, and we have to pay the taxes for it. So we recently just had a tax increase, and the kicker is, like, I'm okay with, long as they work, they do stuff to contribute to that, but we're paying for it, and they still get to bring in drugs and alcohol. It's allowed. So we're already doing safe injection sites, if you guys haven't heard, where they can go to a site, inject safely, and leave the needle there.
That's happening in Philadelphia now. They didn't even tell anybody in the neighborhood they were doing that.
That is crazy. I remember my mom telling me when she was younger, anyone like on welfare and that would get any type of government assistance, they would actually come in your home and do checks and make sure you didn't have a TV or you didn't have an iron. There's a certain thing that you had to do. Here, they're still allowed to have alcohol and drugs, yet they're not paying for this. That is insane.
Yes. And these safe injection sites, that's just, it's become idiotic, because I saw the video, and I don't know if you saw the video of the Philadelphia woman who said, my kids are walking over needles and bags all over the street now. Thank you.
Are you kidding me?
Yep. And they didn't tell anybody what they were doing. They didn't tell anybody the council didn't tell anybody in that neighborhood they were going to open a safe injection site in Philadelphia. And how many other neighborhoods are going to get that now, too?
Yeah, what they want them to kill themselves? Is that the ultimate goal?
Well,
is that the ultimate goal?
Well, it's affecting the children in that neighborhood now, right? You see people stumbling out of this building higher than a kite on God knows what they're allowing them to inject with.
Exactly. And then you have whatever behavior they're going to have.
Yep.
You don't know that the kids are safe.
No.
And they could, I was high and the government lets us. So, it's just like my oldest, her and I had a debate at one of the high schools here. They have a daycare.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, why do they have a daycare? She's like, well, so kids could graduate. I said, so they could be irresponsible, get pregnant, and they still have a place to come take their kids. And then to me, I think that's a terrible way to go. When you're providing, like, you're enabling the sickness. You want people to destroy themselves. That's what it says to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, free daycare. That all of this is a laundry list of things the Democrats are going to do. Free daycare, free pre-K, free everything. Now you're going to get more people on the government dole again. That's the whole objective, is to give people everything they need so that they'll have to come back to you and vote for you. Otherwise, they're free.
Rely on you.
Yes, they'll have to rely on the Democrat Party. Otherwise, the gravy train's over with, right?
Yeah, it's demoralizing. I mean, that's really, and that's what they're doing. Okay. I could keep going.
And
let's hear him out. So.
None of the Democrats are any different. Joe Biden is no different than Bernie Sanders. I don't care how you try to dress him up. He is still the same.
And the thing is that's so sneaky about it is they're putting him up. Anyone that's voting and they vote for Joe, they are blindly voting because they don't know who he's going to pull in for their VP.
Right.
He's going to do it at the very end.
And
he may even drop out. So whoever is going to run or is going to have to step in doesn't even have to debate or do any of that stuff.
I don't think he's going to drop out, but he's already admitted that he may not be president for his full term.
Yeah.
How can you vote for that?
Unbelievable. But there again, it goes back to the same thing they're telling you. They're actually telling you, Obama told us. He told us he is here for hope and change. He said, I'm going to fundamentally change America. And you know what? He got about 70% done. You know?
Yep.
But he told us. That's the thing. He said it with his own mouth. You think Joe's going to be any different? He's showing you, oh, what? So a prime minister, someone from overseas is going to get pissed off at him, and he's going to be like, let me take you outside. And then they're just going to hit their big red button.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Hello.
I could see the Oval Office full of like 30 cats in a rocking chair with Joe just sitting there.
Yes. How funny is that? You never hear about any president having a cat.
Yeah. There'll be 30 of them in the Oval Office if Joe wins. It'll be like the cat lady, only it'll be Joe.
Oh my gosh.
Screaming at the birds. You know?
That would be so funny.
Let's finish up with this guy, and I think we got another one.
There is thousands of pounds of needles every day being shipped out to the point where the hazmat people don't even want to touch it. So there's needles everywhere, and we're paying for that, and they want us to continue, or the left to continue voting for them when it's not happening. It's not happening. A lot of people are opening their eyes, and I'm proud for it. You guys have a blessed day. God bless America. God bless our Lord and Savior, Trump. And goddamn right. Go America.
So here in the great state of New York, we have the National Guard out. Oh,
yeah.
Lord.
Do you see people? Do you see anyone, Phil?
I'm pretty far away from New Rochelle, so
okay.
Yeah, right now Dick Van Dyke and Mary Tyler Moore are locked up in their house. Can't get out. It's just insanity. It's insanity.
It is.
He still hasn't explained. Will people be able to leave New Rochelle? Will the National Guard be stopping everybody? Nobody really knows at this point.
Yeah, I would hope they would at least, give a little more explanation.
Rusty says, Biden, get off my lawn. Yeah, it'd be like one of those, get off my lawn. Wow, there's a lot of Blexit stories. I think we got another one here that we're going to play in a second here. But, yeah. So the National Guard, we don't know really a whole lot. Right now, and I'm going to steal this from the Daily Boogie, is Cuomo's handing them out sponges right now and buckets of soapy water to clean. So you bring in the National Guard to clean?
What in the world?
Yeah. How about you bring in some professional cleaners and they have the right equipment to fumigate an entire area, and half the time half the time 5 military guys with sponges and buckets are going to do. I mean, this is ridiculous.
It really is. And, I'm pretty sure he knows some professional cleaner. I mean, come on.
Yes.
It's ridiculous.
They have,
what?
They have things and here we go, we're going to get probably flagged for this, but they have a gun that, with packs on their backs that spray disinfectant continuously, and they get everything covered.
Why don't they do what China did and get what were those guys who they look like Stargate?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
That was hilarious. And why do people believe what they see coming out of China?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if people just don't understand. That's a communist, completely controlled by the government state. So anything that comes out of there is what China wants to come out of there.
Right. Exactly.
And I seriously wonder, do people really understand this? Because there's no way, like, these certain videos, people are going to really believe. I mean, they do. That's.
Well, there are a lot of fake videos about what was going on in China. So you have to be, because some of the videos they were showing were actually from years ago and involving something else that was going on in China that day. So it had nothing to do with the coronavirus, but people were going, oh my God, look at this.
Yeah. Yeah, and people don't even research. They just take it.
Right.
And run with it.
But right now, China, their numbers are going down. So it's hit the peak and it's starting to drop off. Same thing with South Korea. So South Korea is saying the same thing. You can probably rest assured that China is telling the truth on that, and they're actually releasing people now. So,
well, I'll play the other side for you. I don't believe them. I don't believe that they continue to. I have no reason to believe them. You know what I mean? It's now in Africa.
Well, now I believe them on this just because South Korea said the same thing. They are saying the same thing as well. So, and the World Health Organization is in China. So it's kind of difficult to lie at this point about what's going on. But
okay.
Yeah.
I'm still a skeptic. Because I just am. The problem is who's going to tell us the truth? I guess you have to go to the, I don't know. I mean, where do you really go to find the truth, Phil? Besides our show right here.
I wouldn't even. Rusty saying China's trying to blame the U.S. over Corona. That's not even something I'd waste my time arguing about because it originated in Wuhan, China. I mean,
yeah,
that's a dead argument right there. They can try to blame all they want. Yeah. That's just a waste. You're wasting your typing fingers arguing that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I wouldn't even.
Yeah.
And
you know what?
That pisses me off is people are like, oh well, we're gonna have a vaccine for it soon. I don't want a vaccine. They keep trying to hit our kids up with all these vaccines, and it's really it gets on my nerves. And then I can't register my kids unless they have these vaccines, and that doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And this is just another one. How are they already talking about a vaccine?
Well,
why isn't anyone screaming about it?
Here's the problem. A vaccine in the U.S. isn't going to be available for a year. That's just how it works in the U.S. Now, other countries, they'll bing, bang, boom, it'll be out, right? There are people that are going to need it, like people over 50. Maybe even, you could say 65 even, it's recommended that you get the vaccine, right? Because anybody over a certain age group or who has health ailments, they're going to end up in the hospital if they get this thing. So you have to have a vaccine. Now, just randomly giving it to everybody, yeah, that's another story. Because anybody under 15, it's not really affecting them.
Here's the thing. Like, I remember as a kid, everyone around me, for some reason in my family, we don't get the chicken pox. It just doesn't happen for us. And I've played over my friend's house. They all had chicken pox. It just did not. We never got it. Well, I'm thinking the same thing for my kids. They don't. Now all of a sudden, it's mandatory that they get a chicken pox shot. And I'm like, we don't need it. This is how we, this is how we are. We don't need it. Well, you have to have it. I don't think that's fair. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing about vaccines. There are good vaccines. Polio, right? Polio has been eradicated. Measles has been eradicated. Now, they're trying to give you vaccines for every stinking thing out there, and that's getting a little out of hand. Chickenpox is not going to kill you.
Right. So we don't really need a vaccine for chickenpox.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But here's the thing. Some people that are older get shingles. That's from the chickenpox virus.
Yes. My mother-in-law had them.
Yeah, and it's painful.
It's painful and it's gross.
But on chickenpox, you should be able to make a decision. Do I want the vaccine or not?
Right.
Polio,
exactly.
you don't want your kids getting polio.
No, I agree with you. I totally agree with you, but it should be by choice.
Right.
Polio for sure, measles absolutely, chickenpox, it never killed anyone. It just is a part of your childhood, unless it wasn't. I just, but it's like every little thing. Like, come on.
Right.
Too much. It's too much.
Like lockjaw, you want to go get, I can't remember names, tetanitis or something like that. Yeah, you want your kids because they might step on a rusty nail or something. Yeah, you don't want somebody getting lockjaw. You can die from it, right?
Yeah. Well, a tetanus shot, of course.
Mm-hmm.
You hit that metal, oh my gosh, let it be rusty. Of course, your body responds to that. I'm talking about just.
Yeah, they're wanting to give vaccines for everything. Yep. Amber out in the chat says MMR vaccine. I'm not really sure what that's for. What's MMR? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Now, RM John says, I had shingles. You don't want that. Yes, I know people who've had it, and it is horrible.
It is horrible,
yep.
Especially when you have to take care of the person that has them.
Mm-hmm.
I did take care of my mother-in-law. I was like, this is gross. Who said that? I just saw that.
Amber.
Okay,
MMR.
Amber.
Oh, measles. Oh, okay, it's measles.
What does vaccine injury mean? What does that mean, too? Amberlina. That's kind of cute. Measles. Okay. Ooh.
Measles,
gave your son vaccine injury. So she got the measles shot. He did. And it gave him vaccine injury. I don't know what that means, though. Oh, snap. Measles, mumps, rubella. That is something that I think is very important that people do not know. When you do take your kids to get vaccines, do not allow them to put them all together. And I learned that because of the preservatives they put in the shot for them all to be together, that leads more to injury.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm going to say, I'm not exactly sure, but it has a thing. So with my girls, I was always like, well, we have this, it's 3 in 1. And I was like, no, I want them all separate. They're like, really? And I'm like, yeah.
Now, Amber says her son has autism now. is now autistic because of the MMR shot. Now, can't they separate those three? I just don't understand why they're putting all three together.
Because it's cheaper.
You know, maybe a measles shot 1 year, mumps the next, rubella the following, or spread them out a little bit. Don't lump them all together. That's just insane.
Well, even if there were 3 separate shots, it probably would not be the same as having them all 3 in one, because there's a preservative. It's mercury and something else they use in it to have the 3 combined in one shot, as opposed to 3 separate shots. You know what I mean? That's terrible. I'm so sorry, Amber. Wow. That has to be devastating. 24 hours later, he's completely, that is such a shame. What was the shot they gave us kids that left the circle on your arm? I remember that.
Yeah, I remember. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Phil, you got another walk away so we don't all get depressed and want to cry?
Yes, we do.
I feel so sad.
And again, if you're just joining, we will be, after the elections and after all the primaries are cleared out, we will be going through state by state again. And please, reminding you, go to Winning TV R and share the memes that we have out there now. There will be more by the weekend. Like I said, there'll probably be about 250 by the weekend. But even if it's not your state, district, or senator, make sure you share those memes.
Yeah, get it out there.
Oh, TB shot. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who told you?
Rusty.
Oh, good job, Rusty. Rusty must be really
Hey,
old.
guys.
Title of this one is Trials and Joys of a Black Conservative Blexit. I don't think that was the one I wanted to play, but we'll play it.
This is Marcus here. I just want to say hello. This movement has really, I don't know, it's different than anything that I'm used to. It kind of reminds me of a AA meeting, but it's very uplifting because we got people from all walks of life making testimonials about how they came to leave the Democrat Party. Let me give you a quick history of me. I was a lifelong Democrat, and then I went into the Navy approximately around 2001, and then I remember I think it was Bush that was elected when I was in the Navy, and I remember thinking, "Wow, this sucks." You know, I'm commander in chief as a Republican who hates black people, and you know, just I don't know. I was always conditioned to think I was a Democrat, basically.
Just a update. Iceman in Michigan says John James pulled ahead by 1%, and I think that's a Senate race, if I remember correctly. So excellent. If he's up by 1%, the polls lie, so he's probably up by more.
You know, I believed in human rights. I believed in you know, protecting the environment. I believed in you know, all those things that a lot of leftists or liberals believe in. I just kind of went with the flow because I was young, and that's what everybody in my area did. And then I moved to a country area, and all the stuff that I was told about rednecks and white people, and that, you know, we're not the kind of white people I'm used to. I found out, you know, some of it was true and most of it was wrong. So anyway, I just kept an open mind about things, and I went in the Navy at a late age, about 26 or so. And I remember thinking Bush, you know, I'm like, oh God, he sucks, or whatever, for any reason. And then 9/11 happened, and I don't know how my transformation happened to become conservative, but I just remember believing that
Thank
all
you
of
for
this
the
stuff that
follow,
we're
woke
trying to
mom.
force people to think instead of allowing them to think for themselves was wrong. And I guess it probably started with the whole Muslim thing, where it was just bad to say that you can't say nothing bad about Muslims. You can't point out that that we have an issue with the Middle East or Islam. You just couldn't say it. You had to dance around and pretend. And that's just something I'm not cool with. But anyway, I want to make this short and sweet because I don't like being on camera. I don't like being photographed. But I'm not a Russian bot. I never voted for Obama. I voted for McCain, and then I didn't vote in 2012. I didn't vote at all in
Isn't this the second guy who said I'm not a Russian bot?
Thank you very much.
It really is.
Thank you for the lemon, woke mom. Thank you for joining us.
2016 for Trump, because I wanted Ted Cruz, and then I was working and I didn't have a chance to get out to the polls. But I always vote Republican now, no matter what. I'm not going to say I'm a free thinker, whereas, I'll just vote for a Democrat because it's okay. Because honestly, I know that everyone who signs up for the Democrat Party is required to toe the line. And if they don't, they get expelled or ostracized. I've lost friends, my family.
Thank you very
They think
much.
I'm crazy. They tolerate me because they have no other choice.
Thank you very much.
And I don't allow them to bully me about it. I do get in some shouting
Thank you
matches
very
and
much.
angry talks, but that's about it. They usually respect my opinion. Even the most hardcore of them. Oh, my aunt. Oh, she
Thank you very
me.
much.
So yeah, some of
Thank you for all the lemons and ice creams, David.
my family
Thank you
members
very much.
are hardcore. On birthdays and holidays, I get kind of like instead of used to get, oh, I love you, Marcus. We miss you. It's more like, hi, cousin, bye, cousin, happy Christmas or Merry Christmas. That's about it now, because they're extreme leftists. They've bought into the fact that they believe that Republicans and conservatives, everyone on the right, are racist. Anyway, but I am now a full-fledged Trump supporter. It feels so good to have America be first again, for us as United States citizens to be cared for again and not be put on the back burner for whatever reason, for globalist ideas like climate change and open borders and refugees, unfettered, unchecked refugees and stuff like that. So being in the electrical field, I'm in construction. I'm with my best friend is a Nicaraguan from Nicaragua. He was brought here as a kid, so I understand some of the sob stories that they give. But at the end of the day, I was born here, and this is my country, and this is what we take care of this place first. Until we're taken care of, then we can take care of everybody else. That's how I feel about it. But yeah, I'm more, I'm just happy because I love this America First agenda. I really do, because, I'm very patriotic. In my house up here, I have a big American flag that stands up through the whole wall. I'm always very patriotic. No matter what I do, I love anything that has to do with the United States of America. And, I love our culture, our American culture, that the leftists have been destroying for a very long time. They used to love football, and they're destroying football. Everything that we do in this country that we're a part of, the left comes in and they try to distort it or destroy it or alter it to fit whatever agenda they have or whatever they want. And that's just not how it should be. I'm a traditionalist. Things do change, of course, but they don't change dramatically the way these people have been changing this country. Since Obama's been in, it's just been horrible. I mean, you can't even imagine. Like, I haven't seen any real bad, incidents happen with Trump supporters getting hurt or anything like that. But I have seen the vitriol and the hate coming from the left, and I always knew it was in them because I was around them so long, and I still have my leftist friends, and they're still hateful, and they'll act all nice at first, and then as soon as you disagree with them or have a different opinion, then you become somebody that they don't like or don't want to be around or whatever. And and a lot of us conservatives on the right, we may have a different opinion about something. We don't usually treat people the way they do if we do have a difference of opinion.
Well, sorry, folks. Wow, that
I
hour.
enjoyed that one.
Yes, that hour just flew by, didn't it?
No way. It's 11 o'clock already.
Yep, 12 Eastern.
That's
just
real.
about 2 minutes. So.
All right. Well, it takes you 10 minutes to give all the.
Yes, don't forget to check out the We the People TV schedule that CDO for Jesus does. So you can go out there, you can catch all the shows. It's at https, the deal, // it just switched on me, so I lost it. But We the People TV is what it's called. And that's where all the great shows are. There's Chris Mack up on the screen. He's on Monday through Friday, on Sunday as well at 10 p.m. Eastern. You got the Speakeasy Show is on at around 9 Saturday night. Make sure you catch that. These are all Eastern times. Don't forget to catch Doc Martin and myself on Promises Kept Saturday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time, where we go through all of the stories that you're not catching on the mainstream media that Trump is doing, all the good stories, all the good news. Of course, Doc throws in one sour story there just to get everybody upset, but I try to eliminate those, but she sneaks one in on me every once in a while.
Yeah.
Okay, and don't forget to catch this show Tuesday and Thursdays at 11 a.m. Eastern. Mega show, the Make Elections Great Again show with Chris Mack and Karen on Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern. Daily Boogie, our friend Boogie Bumper, is on Monday through Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern.
On D Live.
Yes, on D Live. And don't forget to follow us on D Live. Hey, how you doing? You sent myself flaccid. Pirate Radio, Friday night, 11 p.m. Eastern time. Or later. Sometimes it depends on when Chris Mack's show ends and he stops talking. Pirate Radio, Friday nights. And the Tav Show on Sunday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern time. I think I got them all. Oh, Kimmy Wise Censored on Thursday night, 11 p.m. Eastern time. We don't know the name of her show. It's changing all the time. But she's on D Live or Periscope, mainly D Live. Rusty, Iceman, Random Scoping, award-winning show, Sound Test. Check it out. I think I got everybody.
If I didn't get paid,
apologies. Yes.
You know what? You should just make a commercial so you could just run it.
Yes, I probably should. When I have time.
Or like if people are watching us, can't they see all the things? Because you do promote everybody. You're a very nice man, Phil. You're really a nice man. You're a much better person than I am, I have to say. And I enjoy doing this with you. You're
going to make Amber, was my favorite things. It might be my favorite things. Oh, the starting block, early AM. I think that's at 3 a.m. Eastern time on Fridays now. Goodness. Yeah, on Fridays,
Amber,
3
it
a.m.
used to be my favorite things, but now it's Angst and Giggles, I believe.
Or it could
I
be
believe.
next week. It could be my favorite angst and giggles.
Yes.
Starting
We love
block has
Janine.
Boogie Bumper and Greeno.
Yes, that's a very good show. It's very
Yes.
entertaining. Has nothing to do with anything.
No.
But just laughter.
Yes, and it's good to
Just
laugh.
laughter.
That's why you should watch Speakeasy on Saturday nights. You never know what we're going to talk about. You may come in and go, "What the hell is this?" and leave.
Yeah, seriously. But you know what? It's a real nice break from politics.
Yes.
You know, it's a good time to see the people you like and that you appreciate, and you're laughing and being silly, and it's relaxing.
We try to keep it off politics, if at all possible, on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Alrighty,
All right,
folks,
Phil.
I got to get back to work. This is my lunch hour. I enjoyed having you, Sandra. We'll see you Tuesday, or maybe Saturday night you'll pop on.
If you need me.
All right, you never know who's going to be on the Speakeasy show. Right after Doc and I are on. And you probably made Doc Martin pull over. She's probably frantically typing as we speak because you said something nice about me, and she can't have that. That won't go down. We'll see you next Tuesday. Sandra and I will see you next Tuesday.
Yes. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.
And folks, don't forget.
Stay positive.
After the primaries, we'll start going through all the candidates and keep sharing walkaway videos. Don't forget about Winning TVR at Winning TVR where the memes are. And start sharing them. Yeah, you just you didn't score any points with Doc Martin there, Sandra. Just letting you know.
You know what? I can't lose points. I can't lose points with her. She loves me, and I love her, so we're good to go.
Everybody have a great day. Wash your hands. Stay safe. I'm marking my self stay safe from the coronavirus today. Have a good day.
Oh, you're cracking me up.
Oop, see, everything's all messed up today. I can't get to the closing.
Hot dog. That rascal took all of my firewood and built a dam across a cement pond. I'm gonna be a double mouth spy.
Set a spell. Take your shoes off. I'll come back now. Here.
That's for Josh Martin.
Remember what William Jennings Bryan said? Fight hard, but fight clean.
You ain't fighting clean, Chris.
Of course I ain't. William Jennings Bryan was a loser. And how do we do that, Mr. Sixth grade graduate? This has been a Film Life